So I want to talk about this past Nintendo Direct before it gets too far down the road. I've watched a lot of the reactions. I like watching people, bug out to their favorite game coming on, just to see how other people are reacting to some of the things that I reacted to with the Direct. I probably wouldn't be somebody who would be screaming and jumping out of my chair or anything like that if I did a reaction video, but it's interesting to see how other people feel about it. My personal opinion about that presentation was I thought it was good. It was a quality showcase of video games. But why do I think so? I think so because it had games I personally would be interested in buying. Had probably three or four in there that I was looking for. The Capcom collection is day one. Echoes of Wisdom, day one. Metroid Prime 4, day one. And I thought Donkey Kong Returns was interesting. That looked kind of cool. But yeah, this is one of those gaming presentations I thought was good because it had stuff I was interested in. A few days before the Nintendo Direct aired, I did check out the Xbox presentation in its entirety. A lot of people were talking about it, so I said, hey, let me see what they have. There wasn't anything that would make me go out and buy an Xbox, but I definitely see why people were so hyped about it. It had a lot of bangers. It had Gears of War, Perfect Dark. It had new stuff for World of Warcraft. It had Call of Duty. And it had a few other big name games, Metal Gear Solid as well. It had a lot of bangers. A lot of those big names, it was there. That's how you do a showcase. You bring out your big guns. Now, did I think much of it? Not really, but that's because I don't own an Xbox and I don't play those type of games. I'm not a first-person shooter person, so that just didn't do anything for me personally. But I definitely understand why it was being talked about. It had a lot of big-name games come on there. But that's the thing about a lot of these gaming showcases. I see a lot of people that say, well, let's rate this showcase. And it's like, I don't know, it's just hard for me to rate it, to any other showcase I've seen because it's all going to be based on whether it had games and things in there that I'm personally interested in. If it had something that other people were into but not me, I'm going to think it's terrible while they think it's great. Which one of us is right? Which is why I can't really do ratings. I just say, hey, this had stuff in there that I'm interested in and this other thing didn't. And that's pretty much how it's going to go for anything. So the past Nintendo Direct was a Nintendo Direct. Showed you some games they have on the docket, and that's about it. Just happened to be that in this instance, there were some games that I wanted to play. I think they had one like 6 months ago, like around the holidays, and didn't really care for that. Wasn't anything on there I wanted to play. It was more of a indie showcase. Just seems to me like they shouldn't have so many directs throughout the year. You should really come out with gaming showcases when you have something to show, when you have the bangers that the people want to see. I felt people when they were going crazy over Echoes of Wisdom and Metroid Prime 4 and Marvel vs. Capcom Collection. Like, oh yeah, these are the ones people are gonna want. I've been waiting for Marvel vs. Capcom 2 to come to the Switch since they announced the Switch. When I first got it, I'm like, how I wish that I could have Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on the Switch. I had it on the Dreamcast back in the day, and I'm an idiot. I sold it. I so wish I never sold my Dreamcast with all my games, but yeah, I've been wanting to get Marvel vs. Capcom 2 back forever. So that collection was like, oh yeah, that's day one. That might even be a pre-order. But yeah, I'm definitely getting that. But yeah, these showcases are usually going to be based on what you want to see rather than the quality of the showcase itself. That's why I personally have a problem rating these showcases. I mean, I guess I could say it was a 10 out of 10 for me because it had all the games I wanted, but I don't know. I mean, I think they did a good job of presenting the games when they did the indie showcase. I mean, they're always well put together. It just comes down to what you want to see. And people are saying the PlayStation, they didn't have anything. Well, if they didn't have anything you wanted to see, then there you go. I mean, you just got to come out with your bangers. It's all about the games. It's all about what you want out of it and whether they're going to give that to you. I mean, people have been waiting for a Zelda game where you actually play Zelda. I mean, people joke about it being, the missing link. I call it, Zelda Zero, The Adventures of Zelda. I mean, whatever. But, yeah, I mean, people have been waiting for that forever, be able to play Zelda. And it looks really fun. It looks like they've taken, that Tears of the Kingdom creativity angle and worked it into a smaller, 2D form. So they gave people their 2D Zelda that they wanted. Well, we'll see how the dungeons are. But, you got your 2D Zelda, and it looks good. I mean, I'm going to play it. I'm going to bite on into it. No, I love Tears of the Kingdom. I thought that was great, and I'm going to love this one too. I like both of them. I like the new Zelda. I like the old Zelda. I mean, there hasn't really been a Zelda game I didn't enjoy. So this is great for someone like me who just wants to play Zelda. So I'm going to get to do that, this upcoming holiday. Metroid Prime 4, we finally got it. I think it's going to be cross-gen. I mean, honestly, my first impression of it were like, is this what it's going to be? I mean, if it's just a Switch, if it really is a Switch title, which it said it was, then it looks great. I mean, it reminds me of Prime Remastered, which looked absolutely spectacular. But I think it's going to be cross-gen. We'll have a better-looking version for the new system. I mean, the one here looks great, too. I mean, they really did a good job of maximizing what the Switch can do. And that's what, Nintendo's first-party internal studios do. They do a great job of really maximizing the hardware. The third parties, they kind of struggle with it because they're used to working with more bleeding edge hardware. And the Switch is kind of a challenge for them. But, I bought a Switch for Nintendo's games, so it doesn't really bother me. But yeah, play what you enjoy what you play. A lot of these gaming showcases are only going to be valuable if it has stuff in it that's valuable to you. I've seen some reactions where people didn't feel anything for the Marvel collection or Zelda or Metro Prime 4, but went crazy for Ace Attorney. I mean, there's going to be something for everybody there, I mean, there's going to be different things for different people, People are going to be looking out for stuff that you might not look out for. And that's perfectly fine. We're all different. But yeah, I'm looking forward to enjoying some new Zelda with the rest of you guys. And I'll catch you on the next one.